I never thought God could use me, to be fair. When I started, I've always been the one who is so shy. Like among my siblings, I was the shy one. I would not speak.
I do struggle with it because I'm not a confident person, and to stand up in the front and teach and speak is not something I'm good at. I've never been good at, but so it's not been an easy step for me, but it's certainly been worthwhile since I took that step.
I've been a Christian since I was 16, and I don't really think that the idea of God using me entered my head at that stage. You see other people being used by God, but it didn't enter my head that I would or could be used in any way.
It's been something that people have had to encourage you with because you don't see it yourself, so people have helped me see that in things that I just wouldn't probably have thought of myself. So being pushed to do things at the front or being asked to do something behind the scenes. So all of it is part of the body of that encouragement. So I think you don't know until you try it.
I've always known in my spirit that God has a plan, for your life. But I didn't know what that was going to look like. So particularly here, where I'm part of the worship team, I just had these nudges from God, and I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going up there. No, just no. And then, but then it was quite persistent, and so I just said, okay, God, if this is something that you really want me to do, and it's not just my mind playing tricks on me, would you kind of give me a kind of like confirmation type of thing? And he just he used a few people to do that.
You are not younger, or you're not smaller or bigger or anything, or older for God to use. God is ready to use you if you want to partner with him.
I'm 62, 63, coming up for 63 now, and I'm just humbled and blown away by the fact that God can still use me in this church, even at my age. And yeah, God can use you at any age, if you're willing.
The call's out there, but who will go? Who will do it? And the wonderful thing is that God calls his ordinary people who just put their trust and faith in him
to show his glory.
Do incredible things for his glory. Exactly that.
Yeah.
What would I say to people that say that I'm unqualified? Yes, you're correct, I am. For a long time, I think that would have bothered me until I started reading the Bible. I think I grew up with a complex of almost like I had to live a life of perfection, and I had to look like somebody else, or I had to be like somebody else. And then, like I said, I read the Word, and I just realized, no, God picked some of the strangest of people that society had rejected to do some of the greatest things that the world has ever seen. So I'm happy to be labeled as unqualified, but I also believe that as I've stepped out in this role, and I believe for anyone else that has or will do, God equips you along the way.
God is going to pour out revival in this place, because do you know what? Two grannies, two old ladies prayed for revival in the Hebrides, an island. Revival came to an island. It wasn't even the mainland. It was an island, a tiny little island that started the revival. God he doesn't go, oh no, sorry Rich, revival can't come to Hillfields. I'm thinking London because I want a bigger platform. I want it to be everywhere. I want it to be seen. God takes the tiny and the small, tiny things of this world, and he turns it into something.
We've seen God move in an incredible way, and there's only one question now.
Now what?
Yeah, I just think it's going to get bigger and bigger, and we're going to have to knock down the walls or something. But, I was always worried about where my children, will be brought up, and I don't want them, being in the world. But I know that I have no worries now being a part of this church, and my children loving this church. I just know that we are just one big family, and my children absolutely love it here. And every week we see new faces coming in, and they're a part of our family. And God's just doing so much in this church. It's just it's just amazing to see, like hearts being softened, chains being broken, walls coming down.
God emptying the pubs,
God emptying the brothels, God emptying people in all of their problems. We're seeing glimmers of it here in this church.
We're going to see supernatural, incredible things happen through our young people, through our youth, through our juniors. I think we're going to see them really minister to people. I think we're going to see an overspilling into workplaces and schools and colleges from our children and people that attend the church, that people are going to, the Spirit of God is going to be strong. We're going to see more and more people set free from addiction and from abusive situations. We're going to see people being able to kind of just give their lives to Jesus. We're going to see people that have already said, I gave my life to Jesus at home, but I'm coming here to be part of a family. We're going to see amazing things happen. I believe we're going to see people queuing to get into the church. I believe we're going to see people queuing up to get baptized in certain times in the future. I think we're going to just see God move. I think the Spirit of God is so powerful right now in what He's doing, what we're witnessing as a church, that we're seeing such a move of God that if we as a church can get hold of the fact of just bringing bodies into the presence of God, people are getting saved, lives are changing, and the more people that get saved, the more Hillfields, Bristol, the nation can be transformed.
We're catching a huge wave, but there's a tsunami coming. So what more can we do but be prepared, fix our eyes on Jesus, get over ourselves. You know, we're always going to feel that we're not good enough. We're always going to fall, but get back up again. Be ready to serve.
I believe people are going to start to hear about the church being the place that you need to go to get healing, to be set free from addiction, to be saved. That people are going to start hearing about it, and they're going to want to know about who this Jesus is. I believe we're going to see more and more and more lives changed. And I pray that you guys will be part of that.
We're all dust made alive in Eden. Found my way, now I got new freedom. I know who I am, now I have a reason. Marching ahead, you gave me a vision. We're all dust made alive in Eden.